Welcome to Melody Hill, where the sun is always shining, the sky is always blue, the grass is always green, and it's a beautiful place to build a house. The first two friends to build their houses on Melody Hill were best friends. They were copycatters. They went everywhere together, and their names were So 3PO and R2 Me Too. Wherever So went, Me would follow. Me too, me too. So when So built his house on Melody Hill, Me built his house only a skip away, because even best friends drive each other a little bit crazy sometimes. So built his house higher, and Me built his house lower, with room for a whole nother house in between them. They would play all day, and then at night they would use secret hand signs to communicate through their windows. So's was straight across, and Me's was flat. So, me, so, me. Me, so, so. So, me, so, me. They lived together on Melody Hill before one day a new neighbor moved in. And she was kind of a princess. And her name was Princess Lana. And Princess Lana built her house even higher on Melody Hill. But she was a nice princess, so she built it right next door to her neighbor, So. They were only a step apart. So and La. Now, So and Me were always copycatting. If So was on a space, then Me was on a space. But La, she was different. So she would be on a line. And if So and Me were on lines, then La, she would be in the space. And when she found out that they had a club of secret hand signs, she said, yours are straight across, and I want mine to be curvy. So, La, So, Me. Me, So, La, So. So, Me, La, So, Me. They lived together for a long time before one day tragedy struck. There was a robbery at Princess Lana's house. Somebody stole her crown. And she said to her neighbor, So, do you know anyone who can protect us? And he said, I know just the guy. He's wise, he's smart, and he uses the Force. And his name is Master Yodo. And Master Yodo built his house at the base of Melody Hill. And he put up an invisible gate to separate Melody Hill from Melody Valley. And it took a key to open it. And wherever he went, everyone followed, because he was the rock of Melody Hill. So if Do was on a space, then Me was on a space, then So was on a space, everything was in its place. But if Do needed to protect them by moving, then if Do was on a line, then Me is on a line, then So is on a line, everything is fine. Do, Me, and So protected Princess Lana until one day Do noticed that R2 Me Too kept getting into trouble. He was never in the right place at the right time. And Master Yodo said to Princess Lana, do you know anyone who can help take care of R2 Me Too and get him to the right place at the right time? And she said, I know just the person. I have a friend, and her name is Snow Ray. And she is excellent at taking care of little men. And even her hand sign points up to me. Do, re, mi. Mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. These friends lived in peace and prosperity for a long time on Melody Hill before one day tragedy struck again. There was another robbery at Princess Lana's house. And she said, I see that the bottom, oops, there's Ray. I see that the bottom of Melody Hill is very well protected, but it leaves the top wide open. That's it. I'm calling my sister. And she called Queen Dosa. And Queen Dosa built her house at the very tippy top of Melody Hill, where it was nice and cold, of course. And she was the rock at the top, protecting the top. So, do, so, la, do, la, so, do. Now, all this time, there was a dark and foreboding presence growing in Melody Valley, threatening to turn all of the music scary and sad. And one day, a new neighbor moved in, and his name was Darth Law. And Darth Law even stole the hand sign of Princess Lana and made it sound sad. La la do re mi re do la la do la. He built his house a skip below do. But he couldn't get to the rest of the notes because of the invisible gate. But the other notes thought very hard. What can we do to cheer up Darth Law, to make him feel better, to make him turn the minor music back into major again? And they realized they knew someone who was very special. And she lived right at the base of Melody Valley. She moved in right next to the river, and her name was Socahontas. And Socahontas built her house right next door to Darth Law, and they became friends so that she could cheer him up and make the music not quite so scary, not quite so sad. Do, la, so, do,